Sergio, welcome to Queensland, and thank you so much for joining us at the Australian PGA Championship. It's fair to say we're all very excited. You, I think, arrived yesterday. Have you had a chance at all to get out and check out any of the Gold Coast, and if not, will you?
No, well, I'm obviously also very excited to be back in Australia, a part of Australia that I've never been to. So, you know, it's great fun. We haven't really had much time. We got here yesterday and we're a little bit tired, relaxed, and a little bit more of today. Same thing, just kind of relaxed a little bit, and you know, it's the last tournament of the year, so trying to make sure we take care of the, you know, control the energy levels for the week. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. I mean, what we've seen, it's obviously beautiful. But I think the whole Australia, it's beautiful. One of my favorite countries. So we're extremely happy to be back here, and you know, I'm gonna enjoy the week for sure.
Excellent. Questions from the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder to please use the microphone. Brent?
Just refresh us the last time you were here, and what you played last time you were here, and how you went, and what were your impressions of Australia?
Last thing I played here in Australia, I think it was 2010. I want to say it was the Holden.
Masters maybe?
Or the Masters maybe,
yeah. In Melbourne?
In Melbourne, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can't really remember how I went. Obviously, if I would have won, I would remember, but I didn't. So, yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed, like I said before, I've always enjoyed coming to Australia. Unfortunately, we haven't been here for a while, so it's nice to be back. You know, I've always liked the courses that we play. I'm excited to see the course tomorrow. You know, like I said earlier, excited for the week, and you know, hopefully it'll be a great one.
Bruce.
Sergio, I know the Australian PGA worked on you for quite a while to get you to come down here, but what's the key motivation for the decision to come down here?
Well, I mean, there were several ones. Like I said earlier, you know, I've always been a big fan of Australia, and I've been talking to my managers for a couple of years now, saying, you know, I'd love to go back, and Japan is another place that I want to go back again, because I haven't been there in a while, and everybody knows how much I love to play all over the world. So, you know, that was one of the biggest motivations to be back here, which is a place that I enjoy coming back and playing. You know, I think it's quite simple when it gets down to that. You know, it's places that you want to be. My wife Angela, she's never been to Australia, so it's her first time. So it's also a good experience for her. So it was just a great combination of things to make it down here.
Sinead.
And Sergio, obviously the Masters win was very significant in punctuating your own career. And from a national point of view, what did that mean to your nation, to Spain?
Well, I think you know, I think it's been extremely positive. I think that everybody was really excited. You could see it. I don't know if you got to see the honorary kickoff I did at El Clásico in Real Madrid against Barcelona. So everybody was really excited about it. It was a big boost of confidence for the game of golf in Spain, I think, which unfortunately has been struggling the last few years with losing players, and you know, unfortunately those kind of things. So I think that with our Masters win, with the year that Spanish golf has had worldwide, with Jon Rahm playing really great and getting some victories, and you know, I think we had 9 wins on I think 8 wins on the European Tour, and then obviously the win from Jon Rahm at the beginning of the year, and my Masters win. So it's been a very successful year for Spanish golf, and you know, hopefully it helps kind of bring back some of those people that kind of went away from the game the last few years, and you know, get some good mojo again on you know, when it comes down to golf in Spain.
Jimmy.
After winning your first major, you've now got 14 new golf clubs in the bag, new golf ball. Is it an exciting change, and how's the change going? Probably golf ball's the biggest one, I suppose. And is it something that you get excited about, changing golf equipment?
Well, not the 14 clubs are brand new. Obviously, I played a couple of them. In Balderrama, I won with a couple of the like the putter and the wedge from Callaway. So it is exciting. I mean, it's been 15 years with the same company, so it is a change. But you know, the feeling that I've gotten in these 3-4 weeks that I've been trying the new Callaway stuff, it's been very positive. I had a really good week in Dubai. Last week, if I would have, I just couldn't get a hold of the greens. But if I would have putted a little bit better, I could have easily had a chance of winning the way I played. But you know, it's like you said, yeah, the ball is probably the biggest, you know, the biggest worry that you always have. But from where I've seen, I'm very happy about it. Obviously, there's still some things that we can tweak here and there to make it better. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to have another week here where we test it again, where we get more feedback. I can give more feedback to the guys at Callaway back in the US, and you know, make sure that starting next year we're all set and ready to go.
Henry?
Just here. Yeah, it's obviously been 7 months or so since the win at the Masters. Has it surprised you the change in your life since that victory, in terms of the extra pressure from the media and the attention that it's brought in Spain and just wherever you go? Has that been more difficult to adjust to than you thought it might?
Not really. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, that expectation and that kind of outside pressure has always been there. So the way I look at it, it's, you know, I mean, obviously I'm extremely honored to call myself Masters champion and to try to help the game of golf, not only in Spain but all over the world. I think at the end of the day, it just what matters is what I expect from myself, and you know, I know what I want to do, and you know, if someone comes to me and says, "Oh, you know, next year you should win 6 times and 1 or 2 more majors," no, I mean, I know what I want to do, and I know where my expectations are, and I know what I need to improve on. So if I can do that, I know that you know, my game is still in great shape, and I'm still fairly young, so you know, I can still achieve many things. But you know, it's fun to be able to, you know, have those possibilities, and you know, kind of put some nice expectations for yourself.
Tony?
Sergio, we had Adam bring the green jacket home to us 4 years ago. Have you had a moment in the 7 months where you realised the magnitude and how far it's reached, and whether it's El Clasico or back at Valderrama, is there a moment where you realised how far beyond you a green jacket reaches? Yes, definitely, several times, and I've said it several times. I knew, well, I thought I knew how big the Masters was and the green jacket and how much it meant, but then once you win it and you start traveling with it and you see the reaction from not only the people but the players and everything, you realize, you know, how massive it is, and how much of an icon the green jacket is. So it's been amazing. It's been a little bit overwhelming, I'd say, and it also shows you the respect that you need to give to that green jacket. And you know, once you become a Masters champion, you know, there's a lot of things that you have to be careful. You know, you have to take care of it, and you just can't do freely. You know, you have to you know that a lot of eyes are on you, even more than before, and you know, you want to show what's best for not only for yourself but for the game.
Rod?
Sergio, I was just wondering if you've had the opportunity to, looking at this week, have you been picking the brains of some of your fellow players, Adam, about Royal Pines and what it'll take to score well and win here? Not
much. Unfortunately, I haven't seen Scotty yet, but I've heard I heard the greens are tricky. I heard the greens are where the course really defends itself. So, obviously it's going to be a week where, iron play is going to be key, to be accurate and try to leave yourself on the best spots on the greens. And then when you miss some of those greens, well, then you're going to have some tricky chips. I've heard that, it's quite grainy around the greens, so your strike has to be extremely accurate and to be able to hit good chips and hit it close to the hole. So, it's just a matter of, like I said, probably iron play is going to be key, and just when you miss a green here and there, chipping and putting, it's going to be important.
Brent?
You mentioned at the kick-off the Classico, or so, mate. What else did you get to do? Anything exciting or what?
Well, not as exciting as that.
Are you a Madrid fan? Or
Sorry?
Are you a Madrid fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we had the pleasure of doing a good amount of things. Obviously, we went to Wimbledon, to the Royal Box with the green jacket, and watched some of the matches there at Centre Court. That was exciting. We've done some events here and there for charities and stuff. So it's been it's been a lot of fun. But like I said, at the same time, you have to be careful with what you do, because you can't just do whatever you want with it. So you have to really take care of the things you do and make sure that you respect not only the green jacket but all the members at Augusta.
Can I ask, did you get a text from Ronaldo after winning?
From Cristiano?
Yeah.
No. I obviously I saw him there, but I've met him a couple of times. But I'm friendlier with like Sergio Ramos and a couple of the other guys from the team. He did, Gareth Bale, for example. They did text me and stuff. But Cristiano, I know him, but I don't think he's a huge golf fan.
Adam?
Sergio, when Scotty won, he brought the green jacket down. Did you pack it?
Of course.
When
What question is that?
When will we get to see it?
Sorry?
When will we get to see it?
Tonight.
Oh, okay.
Tonight,
At the dinner?
Yeah.
When you're at home, where does it usually stay? That sort of thing?
Usually in the closet.
Okay. So nowhere special. Can I just...
No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, we keep it at home. Try to make sure that it doesn't get dirty, things like that. So I don't, like I said before, it's the green jacket, it's very respectful. So you can't just wear it whatever you want. Sorry, if I don't say this, probably my wife would kill me. Obviously, one of the very important moments where I wore the green jacket was at my wedding. But yeah, I mean, you have to be respectful for it, and you can't just wear it to go for dinner anytime you want. So I like to use it when it's really important and when it's worth it, and when it's not, I like to give it a rest and make sure that it's fine.
Can I just ask you as well too, Tiger's return this week, how exciting is it from your perspective?
Yeah, I think it's exciting, not only from my perspective, but from a golf perspective. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he does, not only golf-wise, but physically and mentally. When you haven't played, or you've played so little in the last, I want to say 4 years, 3-4 years, it's not easy to come back and play well. But I guess the course they're playing at, it's probably the perfect course for him to come back. It's not a course that is putting a lot of pressure of you, like of the tees and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting to see how he does physically and mentally, and hopefully see if he's able to keep going. Because he's come back a couple of times and then played for a couple of months and then he's out again. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll see.
Sinead?
Sergio, obviously you're the marquee player, or certainly one of a few.
Thank you.
During the tail end of a season, it's obviously your body and mentally you're ready to unwind. Does that make these events a lot harder, or as a professional you've just got to accept that you've got to get up and perform every week if you show up?
No, well, I think that, yeah, when it gets towards the end of the year, everybody gets a little bit tired. Not only myself, but everyone else, looking forward to holidays and Christmas and stuff. But at the end of the day, like you said, we are professionals, and when we stand there on the first tee, we try to do the best we can every single week. Obviously, I'm not going to lie to you. Last week I was a little bit tired, and probably because of that mentally, I wasn't quite as sharp, and probably that's why I struggle a little bit on the greens more than I usually do. But that doesn't mean that if I get on a good rhythm here, I can have a great week. So I am excited about Christmas and some downtime, but at the same time, like I said, I'm really excited about this week because I haven't played in Australia for a long time, and I'm excited to play in front of all the Aussies again, and get to enjoy them as much as they will enjoy me.
Jimmy?
You mentioned the wedding before. It's pretty fair to say, I think, that American fans probably weren't always the kindest to you. Have you noticed that's changed since you win the Masters and then marry an American as well? Is that something that's... Have you noticed a bit of a shift? I mean, they weren't always terrible.
It was an all well-oiled plan. No, I'm kidding. I do have to say, and I've always said this, I feel very fortunate the way I've been treated all over the world, and that doesn't change in the US. Obviously, there is a group that no matter what you do, they're always going to be a little bit rougher. I do feel like, yeah, after winning the Masters, probably that group has gotten smaller, but there's still always going to be a group there because, they're out there, they're drinking, they're trying to be funny, they're probably out with their friends, and it's not only to me. I mean, they do it even to American players. So those things unfortunately happen, but. Yeah, I mean, you could say that that probably that group, it's probably gotten a little bit smaller after that, after both the Masters and probably marrying Angela and everything. It's I think that thing is out. It's obviously something that it's always as a player and as a person is always welcome to see.
Tony.
Firstly, did the green jacket go with Angela's dress?
Excuse me?
Did the green jacket go with Angela's dress on the wedding day?
Yeah, I mean, green always goes with white.
Secondly, you've got 5 months to plan a menu. What can you expect at the Champions dinner?
I've already started working on it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But obviously, it's going to be very Spanish, but some of my favorite dishes, and hopefully, I'm pretty confident that the people will enjoy it. So I'm excited about it.
Bruce.
I know Scott is looking for it because we talked about it.
Sergio, I'm assuming from what you've said, this is your last golfing engagement of the year, is it?
Yes.
So where does 2017 sit in the professional career of Sergio Garcia as a year?
Well, I mean, I think it sits on top. I think 2017 and 2008 are definitely the best years I've had in my career. This one, it's a little bit more special because, I won 3 times in Europe, which I've never done in my career. Obviously, winning the Masters, getting married, expecting a little baby girl. So it is definitely up top. But like I said, 2008 would be second, and then some other ones.
Do we have any final questions? Rod, last
Sergio,
one.
just wondering, you mentioned downtime. The Gold Coast is renowned as a holiday destination here in Australia. Will you get the opportunity to do anything Gold Coast while you're here? Unfortunately,
not much. We'll try to see a little bit of it. Hopefully, the day that we play early, and go for nice dinners and stuff like that. We do have planned just a short holiday in New Zealand next week that we're excited about because neither of us have been to New Zealand, and we've always heard great things about it. So I think it's going to be a great way to finish the year between being in Hong Kong, where Angela she'd never been there before. I've been there once before here in Australia, and then finished in New Zealand. So we're excited about the end of the year there, and then come back and kind of relax a little bit.
Sergio, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Best of luck this week.
Thank you.